Welcome to a very wet day number 3. Well, I got it 50% right yesterday. We definitely got the rain, but the wind, it didn't turn up. We didn't get any action on the water today. It's pretty much been under 5 knots. So I think it must have come through in the night. But although we had a very damp day, it didn't dampen the spirits of the sailors. We had the opening ceremony today. We got dished out these lovely Macs and we went up actually just behind me to the stage, and they put on a great opening ceremony despite the weather. Great to see so much enthusiasm for windsurfing over here in South Korea. So what's in store tomorrow? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll leave that for Finian Maynard, the PWA weatherman as he's known. Yeah, we had a quick interview with him earlier about a few board changes and sales, but mainly about the weather this week, and it's looking pretty good. So I'll leave you with that. Okay, so we're here with Finian Maynard, and he is, well, I picked him out because I think he's the best man to give us a rough idea of what the weather is going to do this week. As you've seen outside, it's not good at the moment. Finian, I think you've done this event from the beginning, haven't you? What year was the first year you did Korea?
2007.
So 2007, that was the first year of the event?
Yeah, first year of the event, so this is the 8th time I've been here.
Okay, and I mean, we were having a little chat earlier, and you're saying it's been pretty consistent. Only 1 year, I think there's been no racing.
Yeah, 2008 was the only year. We got a little unlucky. We almost had racing on many days, but every other year has come through. So this year, I think, although it's looking a little off today, we almost had it yesterday, but it looks good for the back end of this event. So I'm confident we'll get something on.
Yeah, yesterday, I mean, it looked good from here. I really thought you were going to race. I mean, you were...
I thought so too. A couple of moments actually where I went out there and I thought, I actually had a lot of power and wind in the sail.
What size sail are you on this thing?
I was on my big sail 9.9, but then I was actually got overpowered. So I went to the 9.3 and had plenty of juice on that, and I thought it was on. But the problem was that as soon as I came in, it was like a 10-minute window. One decided to go, and then I could see that the wind really backed off as soon as I came in.
On the start line or something?
Yeah, on the start line. So it was just like this sort of gust of wind that was coming down the middle of the course. Yeah. And it was a little light on the inside and definitely too light on the start area. Okay, so forecast for this week, we've got the weather up here, just looking. So today there's still a glimmer of hope. It's not a big glimmer, is it? We've got a lot of rain. Well, every day is a day of hope because each year the gear gets more powerful and the sailors are planing earlier and earlier. It's really a wonder to see how early the best planing specialists on the tour are planing now. Yeah. I mean, I'm calling 5 knots. You know, 6 knots of wind maximum. They're up and going, and not just up and going, but up and going on the fin. So we're planing earlier. Also, me, I'm probably the heaviest guy on tour still.
Lost a bit of weight though. Come
I'm still tipping the scales. But you know, even I can get planing easily in 7 to 8 knots now. Yeah. Which maybe 3-4 years ago I wouldn't have. Gotcha. So we definitely have the gear to go on the limit. Yeah. So I think that if it shows up at all, we'll be out there. I
mean, just because you're talking about gear, Dan, working with your sales, you've got obviously a new board sponsor. You've been doing the main design. I know you were working with RRD before that. Yeah. You were one of the main guys doing the development there. Yeah. You've shifted over. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I'm still working every day with Dan on Avanti. We think we've made some really nice products. The market seems very happy with what we've done. Yeah, I'm working with Novi. It's a new project, new team. And yeah, we're just you know, looking to the future. Everybody's very motivated, and also very motivated with Dan with Avanti. So yeah, it's kicking on.
Yeah, and you've got obviously Toselli, pretty big name, you know, in slalom these days.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I like Pascal a lot. I think he's the right guy, and I was involved with that decision to take him, and I think it was the right call. Yeah. He's talented, obviously. Yeah. He's calm and he's professional. And he does a good job. We've already worked together. He came down to Tarifa for 2.5 weeks in March to work with me. Okay. And yeah, we're working together coming up, and yeah, it's good. It's a good partnership. Yeah. I see a good future in it.
Yeah, so you're already working on next year's board.
Absolutely.
That's kind of how it works,
Absolutely,
isn't it? You get in early and...
Absolutely.
When you aim to get your boards finished, what's the kind of...
Well, you know, different brands are on different deadlines. We will be done in June. Okay. But other brands have been done already in March. Okay. So it shifts around. Depends when you're ready, when you want to come to market, when you want to run your capacity at the production facility. So there's a lot of factors involved.
Yeah, got you. Okay, well, let's just go back to the weather, looking at the rest of this week. Obviously, this competition finishes Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
And the forecast, I mean, you've been here, like you said, since the beginning. The majority of winds we've had is similar to yesterday, that thermal breeze. But you were saying the wind was slightly off direction yesterday. Do you want to talk a bit about
Yeah,
it?
you know, I mean, I've gotten caught out once here before with all the boys making a prediction on the wind, which is on the day, just like today, by the way, when it says...
I heard you were rigging a 5-6.
Yeah. No, not really. But when it says like 15 to 25 and then you see the 3 knots, so I won't make that prediction again. But yeah, the thermal wind, when it comes really southerly, on the wind guru, it doesn't seem to come in.
Okay.
And don't quite know why. When it's like east-southeast and then it shifts a little bit southeast and then back east-southeast, this seems to come into the bay a lot better.
Okay.
It needs to come almost a little offshore when we launch off the beach.
Right. Is that a funneling effect?
I think it's funneling effect, and you know, there was no wind on the start line area yesterday, and when it's a little bit too southerly, the mountain actually might block it.
Right, gotcha.
So when it's a little bit east-southeast, it's coming down that little valley that you see, and then it'll actually get into the start area.
Okay.
Makes it a little shifty on the inside, but it's still raceable, no problem.
So it accelerates. So I mean, on Wind Guru, for anyone who doesn't know, if they put Jinha Beach into Wind Guru, they'll be looking at forecast saying it actually doesn't look that windy in that direction we look,
Right.
you know, the one. But say it says 9 to 12 knots.
Hey, when you look at Lake Garden, it says 6 to 7.
Exactly.
It comes 25. It's the same thing.
So what sort of winds are you expecting when you see that Tuesday, Wednesday forecast when it says 12?
Look,
sort of 15?
I think you were looking at 10 to 16 knots.
Okay.
You know, I think it'll be in that region.
Pretty
There
solid.
might be 1 hour in the day, which might be a touch more. Maybe it's going to be a touch less on the tail ends of the days. But as it stands right now, we're hoping. You know, but yesterday also said the same thing. We didn't really get it. So with a wind-driven sport, you also have to cross your fingers a bit.
For sure. And then we've got tomorrow, which is one of those strange forecasts. It's coming from the other side. We have had wind from the side, but this is a little bit more offshore, a little bit more cross-shore than we've had before, I think. We've had wind from the left, but it's been slightly more onshore than that.
Look, it could be doable tomorrow. We might have to go way out to sea. One's going to have to check the fish pots because there's a lot.
Okay.
There seems to be a really a lot this year. From my hotel room, I can see a lot in that next bay over.
Yeah, and that's what you're saying. That could be a possibility if there wasn't.
Right. So but maybe we can go out to sea a little bit as well.
Okay.
So I certainly think tomorrow is possible. There's a big wave of wind coming over the whole Korean peninsula, it looks like, when I looked this morning, so maybe. But we've had that also in the past, and we haven't been able to pull it off. Similar numbers, so we're just going to have to do a waiting game.
Okay, but on a whole, hopeful. It looks
very hopeful. I mean, look, it's better than having white numbers for the next 4 days.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, you look at next weekend. Look, it looks like a good forecast we've got. I mean,
it's not too bad. I mean, white numbers that do a 360-degree circle throughout the entire day. Normally, that's the one that you can.
You did say something about the weather system passing through. You thinking it was got a bit more gradient with it?
You know, sometimes when the low passes over the top, it might create that little bit of that southeasterly flow on the back end of the low, and that can kick-start the thermal. But that's what we hope for.
Okay, well, fingers crossed. But the big question, Pacquiao, Mayweather.
You know,
these guys would have seen the fight already, so whatever prediction we make now will be.
All right, fair enough. Well, you know, Mayweather undoubtedly seems to be a tremendous athlete. 47-0, I think, something like that. But it would be great to see him get beaten. Yeah, you know, because he trash talks a lot, huh?
And we love a bit of trash talk.
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay, so who are you going for? Give me a name.
Pacquiao.
Pacquiao, we're all there. Pacquiao. Okay, thank you. Cheers.
All right, thank you.